With just a little over 2 weeks remaining, Season X is coming to an end. You can call it the most controversial season to date, and many would agree with that. Mechs, rift zones. Oh yeah, and those turbo bidding changes? Yeah, they will turn off to a lot of players. But what's in store for next season? Thank you, old man Rudy. Kinda creepy, but it's okay. Can Epic turn things around for the better? What's going on, guys? This is your guy. That's right, your friend. It is me, the one and only Keith Allen. Hey, I want you to connect with me as soon as you can on my Instagram. I would love to hear from you. I want to inspire you guys to not only be great in this game, but to also be great in life. And I want to let you know this is your time and your season to do things that you've never done before. I really believe that you guys are going to have success, more success right now than any time in your life thus far. I believe in you guys, man. The sky is not the limit. Keep going, keep grinding. You're on your way to the top. Today, we're going to be going over everything significant we know about Season 11 so far. The season is scheduled to start on October 10th, which is still a little ways away. But thanks to the amazing work done by data miners, as well as what's already in the game, we've got a pretty good idea of the changes that's going to occur. But before we start, hey, you guys already know the drill. You need to visit ProGuides.com for all the best meta tactics, latest news, and of course, coaching. We have an all-new trending articles covering every subject you can think of. So click the link in the description down below. Smash that like button, sit back, relax, get my favorite candy, that Bunch of Crunch, and let's start the show. It's never a new season without changes being made to the map. So to start off, guys, we've got some new link point of interest names. Yes. There are 11 of them in total, with many of them having brand new names like Beachy Bluffs, Slumpy Swamps, and Mountain Meadows. Where in the world do they get these names from? I swear, I think they just sit around in a circle and they say, let's just come up with the weirdest sounding names. You got an idea? Yeah, I got one. Beachy Bluffs. Perfect. I don't think there's anything weirder than that. There are even some old names being remixed together like Lazy Lake. That one's obviously a mix between Loot Lake and either Lazy Links or Lazy Lagoon. There's also Sunny Shores, mixing Sunny Steps and Snobby Shores. Can you even imagine what they even look like? That would be a pretty weird combination if you ask me, but I believe that's their plan, to make it weirder. But who knows? You never know. It might even be cool. A couple more in there have familiar sounding names as well. But the main question on everybody's mind is, are we going to see all of these? Well, it is very possible we'll see most of these locations added throughout the next season, but it's also possible we'll see only a few. 11 new locations is a lot for one season. Since they're the only names that got leaked and not actual model data, they could just be added for misdirection or as placeholders for now. Whether or not all the map changes are going to occur at once is unknown. We do know, however, that there's going to be another in-game event leading into the new season, this time much bigger than the previous ones. Well, except the giant monster fight. I just don't see how anything can be more epic than that. Right now, we can already see a rocket in-game at Dusty Depot, though it's still under construction. But thanks to Fortnite on Twitter, here's a glimpse of how it's going to look when it's completed. It appears very similar to the rocket from Season 4, which, if you guys remember, was a part of the first event that jump-started the whole Fortnite storyline. The secret villain layer, where the rocket launched from 6 seasons ago, has also received some updates in the game files, so it's pretty safe to assume that there's going to be another rocket launch happening from that spot. The fact that the floating island and Kevin made a return not too long ago is no coincidence either. Thanks to Hypex on Twitter, we now have a small glimpse of the cube with cracks forming all over it. Perhaps it's growing unstable and it's going to play a huge role in the event just like the last time. A common theory is that the rocket, this cube, and the 0 point at Loot Lake are all going to converge in some way for a spectacular event. We don't know how exactly it's going to go down, but there's a good chance they're all involved. Since so many POI names got leaked, some people are hoping for a complete map change. Some even want an entirely new map to choose from, but that's unlikely to happen. Epic has always been about changing the map piece by piece instead of making major overhauls. I get it. What's probably gonna happen is that some of the POIs will be introduced at the start of the season, and the rest is gonna be added as the season progresses. Watch. Whatever happens, our hope and our biggest dream, maybe it's just mine, that Epic has learned from the controversial rip zones and they find a way to make them less intrusive to our gameplay. Someone give me a Kleenex. Please, I need one. Okay, so next we're going to be taking a look at some of the cosmetics that were recently added to the files. As always, we don't know exactly when these skins will be released or how they're going to end up being used. There's always a chance they're going to get included as part of a future battle pass, as that's happened with leaked skins in the past. Here are a few significant ones that I want to point out. First, ladies and gentlemen, we got to talk about Zone War Spray. It seems finally that our prayers have been answered. Yes. This one isn't really about the cosmetic itself, but more about what might come with it. In case you don't know, Zone Wars is an insanely popular creative mode used to simulate competitive endgames. It's played heavily by pros and even by your average player, just looking to get better. But there's always been the problem of finding matches. Players have to resort to using third-party services like Discord just to create full matches. What is the world coming to? Finding a match is more annoying than standing in line at a DMV. Or if you don't drive, it's like going to the grocery store with your mom. Oh my goodness, it just takes forever. So for months now, players have been asking Epic to release it officially so that finding matches isn't such a pain. Epic has always said that they were open to the idea of making custom modes official, and this spray might just be the first confirmation that it's actually happening. The spray seems to be tied to some challenges, which hopefully means that the Zone Wars will be released as an LTM with the spray as a reward. Even though it might initially be released for just a limited time, don't worry, that'll just be Epic's way of testing it out. They need to make sure it runs smooth and grabs the interest of players before cementing it as a permanent mode. The testing should happen either as this season closes out or around the start of Season 11. Okay, now on to actual skin leaks. These are not all of them, just the ones we think you guys would enjoy the most, okay? We finally got a counterpart to the Love Ranger, the female Cupid. The Love Ranger was initially released as a Valentine's Day skin. Aw, that's so cute. So, it would make more sense if this one debuted around the same time. But Valentine's Day is still months away, so fellas, you better save up. You'd better not take your girls to McDonald's. That's mean. So, unless Epic is just sitting on the skin for a while, we'll probably see it before then. Next is a P1000, aka the Peely Mech. We don't know exactly how this skin is going to be released, but there's apparently a set of challenges that go with it. The challenges give V-Bucks rewards, which is cool, so just like with the previous packs, this one is going to likely be released in the store for around 10 to 20 bucks. Then there's the Da Vinci set. So far, this one is rumored to be an exclusive set for those that purchased the Samsung Galaxy Note 10. Our first clue is that the phone was codenamed Da Vinci, and recently the Galaxy S10 iconic skin promotion has had its end date change abruptly. It was going to be available until the end of the year, but now it can only be redeemed until September 25th. Epic does have a strong history of cross-promoting with Samsung, but other than the name, as well as all the dates changing, there isn't any exact confirmation that this is for Samsung's latest phone. There's always a chance this skin ends up being something else. We don't know just yet, but we'll likely have an answer sometime after September 25th, so holla at us then. This last skin hasn't fully leaked, as in there's no actual model for it yet, but there's just enough info in the game files to show that it is coming. Apparently, Epic Games is developing an RPG game called Battle Breakers, which should be released later this year. With the leaked data we have, it's very likely that there's going to be a cross-promotion skin put alongside the game, just like there was for Borderlands. The character's name is Razor, but we don't know the exact skin name just yet. Well, it's always possible they name it something else. You never know. Ooh, I have a good one. This is actually really creative. I just came up with this. What about Keith Allen? That's cool, right? That's unique. It's creative. I think it's creative. I'm sure you're probably feeling it. That'd be really cool to see a little Keith Allen running around. Fortnite promotes a lot of media, but this is a game developed by Epic, so I just don't see them not going through with this promotion. This game will be free to play and available on mobile devices and PC, so pretty much everybody should be able to cop this skin when it comes out. When that'll be is unknown right now, but sometime during Season 11 would make the most sense. Okay, now let's move on past all the cosmetics and get into some of the leaked gameplay changes we might see in Season 11. Spotted in recent Chinese version patch notes, we're potentially going to see a new training mode added next season. Thanks to the leaker Fire Monkey, we now have a good idea of what this new training mode is going to include. There are a couple of major differences when compared to the normal BR mode. First, everybody that makes it to the top 5 gets a dub. The rewards and XP you get are as if you got first place. When you make it to the top 5 teams or players remaining, you have a choice to either leave the game and collect your rewards or stay in it and play for first. Apparently, there are no bonus XP or rewards for getting first, but hey, at least there's an option to play it out. The second change seems to do away with the storm damage and introduce a new mechanic which was translated into the signal zone. The lower the signal goes, the more damage players deal. There are 4 stages to the signal zone, ranging between none, low, medium, and heavy damage. Looking at the screenshot, you can see a full signal bar with 4 possible stages below the health. The match probably starts with a full bar, allowing all the players to just gather loot and make it into the mid-game without a soccer skin bopping them. The leak says this mechanic replaces storm damage, but the storm is necessary to prevent indefinite camping. So there needs to exist some sort of way to force the game to a close. As for exactly how the storm is going to work in this mode, well, that's a mystery for now. The new mode honestly seems like a really positive change. It's been in Epic's philosophy to allow players of all types and skill levels to be able to experience their first win. The community hated the overpowered brutes that were a result of this philosophy. So perhaps Epic started looking at new ways to make experiencing wins more feasible without ruining the overall experience. It's very unlikely that this mode is going to impact Arena or even replace the normal mode, so the more seasoned players out there should have nothing to worry about. With this mode, Epic doesn't have to cater to the gameplay to experienced players as much, which in our books is a definite win-win. Lastly, a new Arena Squads playlist got recently leaked. Competitive squads were never really a thing anyway. They were unofficially way back during the first few seasons, but when official tournaments began, starting with the Summer Skirmish series, Epic decided to focus on solos and duos. The year after, they started to experiment with trios, eventually leading to the Fortnite Championship Series, which just recently concluded. What's next for the competitive scene in Season 11? If this new arena mode is anything to go by, it's probably going to be squads. It should be very interesting to see what roster shakeups happen. Going from trios to squads means a lot of pros are going to get traded around like crazy. We know many of you want the duos mode back. I get it, I understand, but despite appearing in this screenshot, there's no indication of whether or not it's actually coming back. There's always a chance it does, but we just don't know yet. As with all leaks, none of these concepts are 100% final anyway. A lot of these might just be placeholders, and there's always the possibility they get scrapped before release. Keep in mind that they may not be in their final forms just yet. Sometimes changes get made last minute that the leakers can't even detect. And guys, there's still a couple more weeks left before the season even ends. So there's always the possibility more content gets leaked before then. If there are enough leaks, we'll be sure to make a follow-up video. What Season 11 content are you most excited about? Is it a cosmetic, the new POIs, or one of the gameplay changes? Let us know in the comments. Hey guys, once again, this is your guy. That's right, your friend, Keith Allen. I hope you enjoyed this video. Connect with me as soon as you can on my Instagram. I would love to hear from you. I just love posting videos to inspire you guys to be the best that you can be. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.